So Flux AI is getting so real that it's really hard to tell that these images are real or the AI generated. And just look at these Reddit posts. This is so real that nobody can tell that this is AI generated. But you may be thinking that why are we not getting this level of hyperrealism? As in my previous video, I have shared a couple of methods to access the Flux AI, and one of them was the Glyph. And we have tested the Flux Pro model inside of the Glyph AI, but still we wasn't able to get this level of quality. The images were very stylized, and you can easily detect that this was the AI generated image. But now there is a one more method to get most out of the Flux AI. Let me show you how. Now, first of all, we need to understand how they are achieving this level of results. So basically, they are using Flux Realism LoRa model. So what it does, the Comfy UI Flux Realism LoRa workflow elevates AI image generation to new heights of photorealism. So basically, this is trained on very high quality and defined images. That's why we are getting these kind of results. And if I look at these example images, just look at that how real they look. But this is not an easy process because you can only run this model inside of the Comfy UI, and the Comfy UI is a very complicated process, and you can see this workflow. A normal people cannot understand what's going on in this image. But there are a couple of methods to use this workflow online. But few people on Reddit have already shared that you don't need the Realism LoRa model to get the photorealistic results. You just need to tone down the flux guidance values around 1.6 and 2.2, and you will get these kind of photorealistic results. So we're gonna test all of these things together. We're gonna test the LoRa workflow, and we will also try to generate the images with the lower guidance scale. Now the first method to access this LoRa workflow online is going to be SegMinds. So this is the website segminds.com. So basically this is a cloud service. You can run different models on this website. So if I click on the model section, you can see we have different models like SEM V2 images, then we have the Flux image to image option, then we have the Animate Flux Dev, Flux Chanel Pro model, and if I scroll down even further, you can see we have some Llama models here, right? So this is all cloud based, but we are only interested in the Flux Realism. So just click on that, and here is the interface. So you can see this is the initial image that is by default generated with this AI, and this is the prompt: a young woman smiling while speaking on stage from SegMinds, and white background with the corporate logos blurred out. So you can also see SegMind logo behind her. And here you can see we have a couple of more settings, like you can change the number of steps, then you can adjust the seed numbers, and then you have the option to change the aspect ratio. And next we have the LoRa strength, and you can even adjust the strength of this model accordingly, right? And next we have the upscaling option. So if you want to use this, it all depends on you. And if I click on the advanced parameters, you can see we have scheduler just like Stable Diffusion, and this is a list of schedulers, but we're gonna use the default one. And then we have this sampler name. So this is just like a Stable Diffusion. So if you have already used Stable Diffusion, you know what these values are. Now let's run this same prompt. So I'm gonna click on this generate button, and let's see what it comes up with. And one more thing to keep in mind is that this is not a free website. So these are the pricing options, and in the free plan, I don't see any credits option in this one, but these are some of the advantages that you get from a free plan. Now here is the output image, and just look at that. It looks really good. Just look at the details. So if I open this in a new tab, you guys can see even the text on the background, it looks really good. You can see the hands, it looks like a real photograph. So let's compare this with the Glyph output. So I'm gonna go ahead to the glyph.com, and if you're not familiar with the Glyph, I have already shared this website in my previous video. So select the image generation model, and from here we're gonna select the Flux Pro, and other settings will be same. And let's copy and paste the same prompt and run this Glyph. Alright, so here is the output from the Glyph AI. And if we compare both of these images side by side, so this is the SegMinds workflow, and this is the output from the Glyph AI. And the first thing that you will notice is the skin tone difference. So in the Glyph AI image, if I zoom it in, you guys can see the skin is extra shiny, and there is some kind of stylization on the face. But in case of the LoRa model, you can see the skin texture, each and everything looks very natural. Well, I'm not saying that the Glyph image is bad, but the guy who is into AI can easily spot that this is AI generated image because of this stylization. But in case of LoRa workflow, this is way more natural. Now let's try one more prompt: an old man in a ponytail, and let's see. Alright, so these are the results from the SegMind LoRa workflow, and you guys can see the skin texture, each and everything looks really good. And these are the results from the Glyph image. Well, both of these images are very similar. There are some changes, there are some differences, but I would say there's not a big difference in both of these images. Even the Glyph image is looking more appealing to the eyes. But there is one more method to use this workflow, and that is going to be Fall Glyph.ai, and again this is a cloud-based service, and you have to keep in mind that this is not free, but in free plan it gives you some credits that you can use and try it out. So simply sign up your account. So once you are in, just scroll down and click on the Flux Realism LoRa, and then you can see we have this interface in front of us. And if I click on the additional settings, you can see we have the aspect ratio options. You can select the number of steps again, but one more option that we have here is the guidance scale that we were missing in both of other tools. So you can adjust the guidance scale accordingly, that I'm going to show you later in the video, like how just changing the guidance scale can improve your images. So this is a default prompt, and this is very lengthy prompt, so we're going to try this same prompt, and from the guidance scale I'm going to keep the guidance values around 3, and let's run this prompt. Alright, so this is the output, and just look at that. Look at the details. Each and everything looks really good, but still there is some shininess to his forehead that may make it look AI generated, right? But we're gonna fix this thing, and for that you just have to keep the guidance scale around 1.5 or maybe around 2. So I'm gonna keep it around 1.7, and let's run the same prompt and see if we can get some better results. Alright, so this is the output with the guidance scale 1.5, and you can see the details are washed out in this one, but these are the results with the guidance scale 2.5, and look at that. This one looking much more realistic than the previous one. So I think the guidance scale 2.5 works best in every case, because you can see the skin textures are there, the quality is there, each and everything is in the image, and it looks like a real photograph. But in case of 1.5, you can see the skin texture and the contrast in the image is missing. Now let's try the same prompt inside of the Glyph.ai. So I'm going to copy this prompt and head over to the Glyph.ai, just paste it here and run this glyph. Alright, so this is the output image, and I would say this is not bad, but you can see the skin looks little bit plasticky. But in case of this one, you can see this one looks much more natural. But what if I just lower the prompt power to 2.5 as we did in the case of Fall.ai and hit generate? Let's see what it comes up with. Alright, so these are the results with the prompt power 2.5, and I would say it looks much better than the previous one. So these was the result with the 3.5. You can see the skin is very stylized and plasticky, and in case of this one, this is much more natural. So if you don't want to pay to the Fall.ai, you can just use the Glyph.ai and just lower the settings, and you can get the same amount of results, almost same amount of results with free plan. Because at this moment while I'm recording this video, Glyph.ai is totally free to use, and I don't know how long this will be, but at this moment you can enjoy this for free, and the results are very impressive. So that's it from today. I hope you guys learned something new, and if you guys did, do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.